Hey guys, welcome to episode 6 of the Movie Bros podcast. This is Biggy.
This is Mick.
Raffle is away again and he shall be back next week. So, recently I checked out Highlander.
Yeah, okay. Let's get into this.
And I enjoyed it. I mean, it had some good production value and stuff. You know, like the sword fight scenes were cool. I really liked Clancy Brown. He was
as
really
Kurgan?
He was great as that character. Apparently he wasn't paid much for it.
I heard something about that too, because didn't Russell Mulcahy, I think that's
The director.
The director. Yeah, because I think I did hear I don't know if it was considered a pay cut, but I know that was when Clancy Brown was coming up, and he was starting to become more and more recognizable, and he was getting in bigger and bigger movies.
He was in his mid-20s when he did that movie.
That's crazy.
Yep. But he put his all into that role.
Yeah, he did. It's still one of my favorite villains from the 80s.
Yeah, for sure. Very memorable, that one. It's funny, him and Keith David had a similar trajectory in their careers.
They do.
They both started off as actors, regular actors in movies and stuff. But then they started voice acting for the most part, to the point where now that's what they're more known for than being regular actors.
And I'm pretty sure they started voice acting right around the same time too. It was the mid-late 90s actually. Because I know Keith David did Spawn. I know that he did a few other animated, shows.
He played Black Panther. He was the first one on that.
Oh, that's
that
right.
Fantastic Four show.
Oh, yeah. And I believe he did a voice for Gargoyles too.
Yeah, he was in that too.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yep. But as Clancy Brown was Lex Luthor. Also in the DC, in the Superman the animated series, which to this day I think that's the best Lex Luthor so far.
Oh, dude!
In any media, he's been the best.
He was also, which was really cool, because I went on a big Punisher binge last week, and Clancy Brown popped up. I forgot
he was in there. Yeah,
he was in the first season.
Yeah, he's the general or something.
Yeah, I think it's General Schoonover or something like that. Good, but you always get quality with Clancy Brown, though.
Yeah.
I can't really think of anything that he's done on the top of my head that I thought sucked or wasn't great. I don't. I should say, wasn't bad.
Nah. Yeah. All this stuff is pretty good. But back to Highlander. Sean Connery was fun. He wasn't in there much, but he left his mark.
Oh, he sure did. Ramirez, yeah.
Yep.
It was funny. A couple of weeks ago, me and my son were watching it, and he always gets mad because he's like, "Man, this sucks, man. Sean Connery got killed in the movie."
Yeah.
That's cool though. I'm glad you finally watched it. I'm glad that you enjoyed it too.
Yeah. There were some slow parts, I gave the movie a 7 out of 10. I almost gave it a 6, but then the battle made up for it. The final battle.
Yeah.
It was cool. I liked it.
Let me ask you this though. The one scene, remember when he steals the car and from the old people and the grandmother, it starts screaming, and she starts screaming, "Daddy," and he rides off with her.
Yeah.
And I just
on the windshield.
Yeah, she ends up being on the windshield. Yeah. And I just remember thinking, just get out of the fucking car. Why would you just sit there and scream the entire time?
It depends if she's going really fast.
No, but it was even before he started driving, remember?
Yeah.
She just sat there and screamed the entire time. It drove me nuts. I fucking love that movie, though.
Yeah, it was fun. Didn't need any sequels, though.
No.
I heard those sequels suck.
They're rough, dude. The third one's okay.
Yeah.
But the third one is basically a retread of the first film.
Yeah.
Because Mario Van Peebles basically plays Kurgan. The characters are so similar. And I like Mario Van Peebles. I like him a lot, but it was just kind of what was the point of this? Even even Connor McLeod is wearing almost the exact same outfit that he wore in the first film with the long trench coat, the blue jeans, and the white sneakers and stuff like that. You know, and when you watch it, you just, I mean, if you want to delve into it, be my guest. Like, the TV series was pretty cool. I did like the TV series a lot, but yeah.
I heard the second one's one of the worst movies ever made.
It is. I don't know if I would say it was one of the worst movies ever made, but I would say that it's probably one of the worst sequels because why did you change their roots from being immortals, you know, from the old world to turn them into aliens? I never yeah, and they have a planet too. I forgot what they called it, but they were talking about, like, they were laughing on the set the entire time because of how ridiculous everything was. It's got high production value in it, though.
Sure. I can't believe the movie even got a sequel because I heard it flopped hard at the box office.
Yeah, I heard that too, but I think it got one of those, like, huge cult followings in a short amount of time because I think they said that it did good on VHS sales. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that.
Well, yeah, it took a while because then the second one came out in the early 90s.
Yeah, I think it came out in 91.
Yeah, so pretty much 5 years, so.
Yeah, like, but, yeah, and it just pisses me off, too, because the second one was such a like, missed opportunity, because you had Michael Ironside in there. If you couldn't have picked anybody better to be in a Highlander movie, and you had John C. McGinley in there. Dude, it had a stacked cast. It's just, it wasn't very good.
Sean Connery came back.
Yeah.
Too, right?
Yep.
He was Connery was in some bad movies towards the end of his career.
Yeah.
Like, what didn't he do another movie in the early his last movie he did? I forgot what it was called. Gentlemen or something? No.
Oh yeah, the Extraordinary
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yeah, it was. But I hear a lot of mixed things about that movie. A lot of people tell me it's actually a great movie. Really? But it was just, I guess it didn't get very good promotion. And I think Alan Moore actually wrote the graphic novel of that movie, like, beforehand. Like, and I think that was the movie, I believe that was the movie Alan Moore said, I don't want anything to do with Hollywood anymore.
Yeah, I've seen a clip or two from it. It was very goofy looking. It was during that time where the CGI just wasn't there yet.
No.
Early 2000s, so.
I never had much of a desire to see it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I don't know, it's kind of like some movies, because, like, I hear some people, and I don't want to sound like a dick to some of our friends and stuff like that, but sometimes I don't always trust their recommendations, because, like, that's general, though. That's with a lot of people, because, like, sometimes they overhype things. You know how many people that I'm close with that have told me how Avatar is a great movie, and I'm like, this movie sucks, dude.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't always trust other people's judgments. I'm kind of like, and if it's something that I don't feel like is pressing that I need to see, I'm not going to waste my time, you know?
Like I said a couple episodes ago, I was watching this. My sister had put on that movie, Sleeping with the Enemy.
Oh,
and she kind of like hyped it up, but after we finished it, I was just like, that movie was extremely predictable, dude.
Well,
I think to normies that's a good movie, but to, like, guys like us, it's kind of like,
because I remember my mom loved that movie too growing up, and I mean, it's okay. I mean, like, I mean the only thing that I will say is I think back then, I don't know if I would, like, it's definitely predictable now in hindsight, but, like, back then, I don't really think you could call that then, because movies like that were still kind of in its infancy in a way.
There was a lot of those in the early 90s. Like, this was after Fatal Attraction.
Oh, yeah, that's true, because Fatal Attraction came out in 87, right? Yeah. Yep. Well, I mean, fucking Basic Instinct was pretty predictable too, and that came out in like 91, I think. Yeah, like
92. Yeah.
I mean, it's a fun movie, don't get me wrong, but it's just like the entire time you're watching it, you're like, okay, well, we know that Sharon Stone is killing these people. We just need to figure out how she's doing it.
I remember when the opening scene of that movie, man, I was like, I saw that movie when I was like in my mid to late teens. My jaw dropped whenever she just started stabbing the shit out of that dude. I was like, holy shit.
Dude, yeah, it's a brutal
so
scene.
Violent out of nowhere. Like, I was like, oh, this is cool, you know. Whoa.
Yeah, it still fucks me up too. Yeah. Like to this day, because it's like when she gets the ice pick right into his eyeball. Like, oh, that's fucking brutal, dude.
The stabbings in that movie are fucking. Ooh.
Yeah, I agree. But that's Paul Verhoeven for you.
But it wasn't the usual like Paul Verhoeven. Because Verhoeven, when it comes to the violence in his movies, it's just very over the top. You know, like people get shot, freaking blood explodes and everything. But no, this felt almost like realistic and.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you got to think though. I mean, I would say with RoboCop, that one scene where the guy Kenny gets killed from at 209. Yeah, that was pretty fucking brutal though.
Oh, I'm not saying it wasn't. It was just you know how extravagant he is.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, Total Recall had it too, though. You know, like with like what was that one scene that was? I don't know why. I guess it's different for everybody, but like there's one scene in Total Recall. Remember when Sharon Stone and that hypnotist is trying to talk to Quaid? Yeah. And he sees the sweat kind of like running. It's like, I don't know why, but I remember as a kid, like that shocked the shit out of me. And that's not even that brutal of a scene. Yeah. You know, like, but
also the scenes whenever they're in Mars and they freaking the helmet breaks and their eyeballs start popping out. That shit's goofy.
I agree with you there. It is that one. What didn't really bother me that much. I mean, I think even when I was a kid, I kind of laughed a little bit. Like, but. You know, it's still a great movie. Oh yeah. You know, like it's weird because when I was younger, that actually was one of my least favorite Arnold movies. I liked it, but I didn't watch it nearly as much as a lot of his other movies that came out from that period. But then over the kind of like Big Trouble in Little China, over the course of the last 4 or 5 years, I have a bigger appreciation for Total Recall than I ever have. Like it's like, wow, this is a great. Maybe I just wasn't ready for it then yet because I was also like preoccupied by Terminator movies, Predator, and you know how like certain movies when you're younger kind of steal your attention away from other ones that are really good, but you have to be in. I feel like sometimes you got to be in a certain mind frame to really like when you're obsessed with something else, you know, and you can't, you might have a tendency of overlooking it then, I think
Arnold, I don't think he's made a truly like excellent movie since Terminator 2. Like True Lies is all right, in my opinion, but like
I agree with you.
Career.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you on True Lies, but I did love End of Days. I enjoyed the shit out of End of Days. Like, I thought it was a great movie. I thought it was like, for me, because like I said before, like, you were not used to seeing Arnold play a role so dark like that. A suicidal ex-cop. This is the first time you ever seen Arnold fucking like break down in tears in a film before, which you've never seen that before. Like, and then, like it's an action horror film essentially in a lot of ways. Like I've never seen Arnold in a movie so dark like that before.
Where else are you gonna get a movie where he fights the literal devil?
Exactly. Like that might be, in my opinion, one of his last really great movies. Yeah. From the whole '90s decade.
It sounds like he's trying to make a comeback with. He's trying to do a Conan sequel.
Yeah, King Conan. Yeah,
we'll see.
It would have been great if it was like 15 years ago when they decided to do it, you know.
But now the guy's going to be 80 next year.
Yeah, I know. So that's fucking wild.
Yeah.
You know. So that's...
Not everybody can be Harrison Ford.
No. Like, I don't know, man. Like, Harrison Ford hasn't exactly put out some of the greatest movies in the last...
I'm not saying they're great, but like, Harrison Ford always like... He seems like he's always trying to show off that he's in good shape in all the movies that he's in, especially recently.
Yeah, like tell you one thing, I'm not going anywhere near that Indiana Jones movie.
Nah.
No interest because for me, I was against the idea of doing a sequel after The Last Crusade. Like, I think you had a perfect trilogy. There is no reason to do another one.
Nope.
You know, like, but that's the problem. Like, you know, and then, you know, we're now, what's 8 years now? I think it's a little bit before, like, probably about 10 years, 11 years. You know, we started the whole Legacy sequel thing.
Yeah.
You know, because the first one I think that actually kicked off the Legacy sequel thing is the Texas Chainsaw movie with Scott Eastwood in it.
The one, not the one from the early 2000s.
No. That's the remake.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't really looked too much. The only Texas Chainsaw movie I've ever seen all the way through is the first one.
I've seen. There's a cult following around a lot of the sequels. Like, the one that I liked the most, besides the original and the 2003 remake.
Let me guess, the one with Matthew McConaughey.
I did. It's a fun movie. You know,
funny as
he's hilarious in it. Like,
yeah.
But yes, I did enjoy that. I'm sorry, Steve. I know how much you fucking hate that movie. Steve from We Massacre despises that movie.
Yeah, what was it called? The New Beginning, or was that the?
Oh no, that was
Generation?
the next generation.
Didn't have Renee Zellweger.
Yeah, Renee Zellweger was in it.
Yeah.
But he hates that movie, like, you know, like we've said unflattering things about Rob Zombie's Halloween, and he has that deep burning hatred for that movie. He despises it. Like,
yeah.
And the third
one?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah. You ever saw the second one?
Yeah, the one with Dennis Hopper.
Yeah, the only other one that Tobe Hooper directed.
Yeah. I haven't seen it in a long time, though.
It feels so... That movie's kind of strange. Like, the jump in, like, tone from the first to the second one.
Very dramatic jump.
Yeah, first one took itself very seriously.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. Like, I think that was probably the reason why I had a tough time getting into the second one, because it's like that tonal change, and it's like that had been fine if you had a lot of those elements in the first movie, but it's like you can't go like, and there was kind of goofy elements in the first movie, but not much, like very little in comparison. But like, it's like you can't go from I think it's hard to. When you set a standard with like a first movie like that, I mean, I understand you have to be different, but I think the tone should always kind of remain the same.
Yeah, like what they had that Bill Moseley was in there.
Yep,
his playing that very ridiculous character. Even Dennis Hopper was ridiculous as hell. Like him battling Leatherface with the chainsaw.
Yes.
Wild.
I was so mad too, because I remember thinking like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. Dennis Hopper's in this, like, and he's, you know, but he's like I guess you could say he's like the unhinged protagonist or whatever. Like, he's, because somebody I think in the first film, that's what I thought. Which is so funny too, because I didn't know until like 12, 13 years ago the name of the family was the Sawyer family. No idea. Like, it was kind of like when I watched Thelma and Louise like 5 years ago. I mean, I've watched it a lot since, but I didn't realize that Louise's character's last name was Sawyer either. Just went right over my head for years.
Yeah. You know, another series that kind of had a tonal change from 1 to 2 was Wrong Turn. Even though most of those movies are shit.
Yeah, they are. I didn't even really like the first one that much, honestly.
Yeah, but like, I remember, the first one was in the forest, but all of them are in the forest. I remember the second one was like that game, the snow survival type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just never had much interest, because I remember when I watched the first one, I was like, honestly, I don't even think I got through the whole thing. You know, like, it's just...
Yeah, I never sat through that one all the way through. I think I watched one of the sequels all the way through, but, like, those movies are just rinse and repeat. They're all almost the same.
I think it's kind of like what I've heard 1,000 times. There's an audience for everyone, you know, but, like, that... they can have that. You know, that's just like those kind of movies are not really for me. Like, and I don't mean that like in a pretentious or like snooty way. It's just kind of like those aren't movies that I look forward to watching, you know, or have any interest in watching. Like when I watch a movie.
Yeah, I know what you mean. What else did I see? I just finished Wall Street, and it was all right. I mean, like, I don't really know too much about stock trading and shit, so I didn't really understand a lot of what was going on. It's one of those movies where I had to look at the Wikipedia at the same time I was watching it to try to understand what was going on.
Yeah.
But Michael Douglas's performance was good.
Oh yeah, that's like one of Michael Douglas's like landmark, you know, kind of performances and characters. Like
because it was different.
Yeah,
he's usually like the good guy, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I loved it. You know, I always enjoyed it, but it is one of those movies I have to really be in the mood to watch. Yeah, you know, like. I think I watch it at least once every year or every other year, you know, but like, again, you know, I have to be in the mood for it, you know, like, cause I mean, everybody has that movie that they really enjoy, but it's like, I don't feel like watching this right now when I get off work or if I had a long day or something like this. Is not exactly what I had in mind, you know?
Yeah. Like Oliver Stone I wouldn't put him as one of my favorite filmmakers. Like, based on what I've seen of him so far, he doesn't feel like he doesn't really pop too much, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think it just boils down to taste, really. You know, like I mean, art is subjective. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just like, you know, like for example, what was it like? Okay, Stanley Kubrick. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, I love The Shining. Eyes Wide Shut was great, but I have never been. And I liked A Clockwork Orange too, but I've never been a diehard Kubrick guy. You know, like I like him, but he's not somebody that where I feel like I need to watch every movie that his name's attached to. Mm-hmm. You know. Yeah,
he's very like. Artsy fartsy type of
in some regard, although I keep hearing about Lolita and
I don't know, man. I don't know about watching that movie. That seems like a cringe fest.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you think about it, I mean, I don't know if I would say it's cringe. It would be the right word, but uncomfortable definitely would be. Like if you watch The Professional, you know, it's like there's elements there,
but it's like, not like the whole.
No, it's not. But those moments though really stand out. Yeah, you know, where you're like, I'm not comfortable with that at all, dude. That's just strange.
I think there's two different versions of that movie.
There is, yeah.
One that's more uncomfortable.
Yes, yeah, because there's because the theatrical I think is called The Professional, and the theatrical was
Leon.
Yeah, that's right. And it's like, I could have lived the rest of my life without, like, it was already uncomfortable enough in the theatrical version, but like you expand on that a little bit more in the director's cut. I'm like, did that really need to be there?
Yeah. Like, well, then again, the movie was made by a Frenchman.
Yeah.
Didn't he? Wasn't he with Millia Jovovich, like when she was like really young?
I think she was. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I mean? Like, considering what we're talking about, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Millia, it's funny because it wouldn't be the last time Millia Jovovich would be with the director.
Yeah, she's in.
Till this day, she's still with Paul W.S. Anderson.
Wow, that's. I mean, it's like in one way it's kind of crazy, and the other way it's like it makes sense, you know, like because I mean. He kind of like launched her career in a lot of ways. Like
Luc Besson did it first.
Well, yeah, he did, but I think he kept it consistent for her, you know. Yeah. But I noticed with Mila Jovovich though, like outside of like I mean, there's The Fifth Element, obviously, and then there's Resident Evil. But like, I always kind of liked the movies that she was in that weren't something that you really kind of used to seeing her do, like Perfect Getaway. That's a great film. Mm-hmm. Came out in the mid-late 2000s. Got Steve Zahn in it. Timothy Olyphant. Chris Hemsworth is in it, and it's a great movie. It's about this couple that go on a vacation to an island, and it's like kind of like a I guess you could say it's a thriller. Yeah, it's definitely a thriller, and you're basically trying to figure out who's like bad, who's suspicious. Yeah. Like it was a fun movie. I really enjoyed it, and it was cool because I've never seen Millia Jovovich play a character like that before. And it's like, I could get behind her more if I saw her doing more movies like outside of the Resident Evil wheelhouse, Yeah.
Well, she's like, what, in her 50s at this point?
I think so, 50s, yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. Because she's still doing movies with her husband till this day. Like,
yeah.
He did that, what, Monster Hunter?
I think so, yeah.
Not too long ago, yeah.
Wasn't that the one with Batista in it? Or was that another one? Yeah.
Maybe you're getting confused with the Zack Snyder movie.
Well, there's one that I'm pretty sure Paul W.S. Anderson did with Batista in it. Like, Probably. It was newer, and I think it came out, like, last year, but I'm like, nope, I'm not watching it, because, like, Paul W.S. Anderson, in my opinion, has only done, like, 3 good movies.
Yeah, Event Horizon.
Yep. Soldier, and Mortal Kombat, Oh, yeah. It's just a fun movie, like, but everything else he's done just, ugh. I mean, he's not U-Bowl, like, bad, but like, and I know a lot of people are like, God, a lot of people dunk on him. Yeah, that's for a reason. Yeah. It's like his movies are not good.
Yeah, not for a long time. They have been.
I mean, it surprises me, the people that he gets in his films, though. He had Ben Kingsley in one of those Blood Rain movies. He had Michael Madsen in there. I mean, I know Michael Madsen's not exactly like.
I'm about to say Ben Kingsley is kind of. I don't think he's very picky when it comes to his roles. Like he was in this movie, not this movie, the show recently, Wonder Man, this Marvel show, and it was very.
Oh yeah, boring you're talking about the Mandarin one or whatever, the Marvel,
Mandarin.
Mandarin.
He's not very choosy about his roles.
Yeah, that's the thing that I always thought was strange about him, because didn't he get nominated for an Academy Award for Amadeus?
Gandhi.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, he played Gandhi. That's right.
I think he won it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and that's the thing that's so strange to me. You would think normally people that win an Oscar are pretty picky and choosy about their roles. Some aren't, but some are. Like, and I would have assumed that Ben Kingsley would have been one of them. But
yeah,
like,
dude was in Schindler's List.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he
Shutter Island.
Yep, he worked with some of the biggest filmmakers that we have in Hollywood, and it's kind of surprising to see like why would he do that? They like I mean, unless he's really cool and he's just in it to have fun, and I can respect that, like
the guy, he's up there now in age. I think he's like in his late 70s, early 80s.
It was always, I'm sure. Yeah. It was always funny to me though, because I used to think like if you were to ever do like a proper like Halloween reboot, but you wanted to bring back Dr. Loomis, I always felt like Ben Kingsley was perfect for, especially in Shutter Island.
Yeah, he kind of does look like Pleasance.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean,
the same kind of cadence,
Yeah, for sure. Like, and I always thought like he would make a great Dr. Loomis, but unfortunately that they never, we saw how that last trilogy went.
Oh yeah, that franchise just needs to stay gone.
I'm fine. Bring it back with video games.
And stuff that could be good. That's what they did with Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Like I said, we haven't gotten a Friday the 13th movie since the 2010.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny because it was directed
09. Yeah. Marcus
it was directed
Nispel.
by, he did the Texas Chainsaw,
which was great too.
Yeah. But we're also getting that TV show later on this year, The Crystal Lake.
I heard about that, and they're also trying to develop a Halloween TV series too. And like, I guess it's being retconned again.
I don't know.
I think it's like instead of a legacy movie, it's a legacy TV series, I guess.
The
from
rights
what it sounds like.
The rights are so weird with the Friday the 13th franchise. Like they're calling it Crystal Lake because I think
Sean S. Cunningham.
Yeah, I think Sean S. Cunningham has the rights to Crystal Lake and Jason stuff, but like Victor Miller has the rights to the name, like Friday the 13th.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that. It's almost like a custody battle in a way for Jason, and
that's why we haven't gotten a movie in over 15 years.
I'm sorry to say this, but I'm not really all that disappointed by that.
I mean, I'm fine. Those movies are fine for what they are. They deserve it to be in the 80s. You know?
For sure. I mean, it's like as long as you kind of understand what you're getting into, you know, like and realize it is what it is. But it's just like for me, because I remember when I was a kid and USA would always have the Friday the 13th marathons. And it was just kind of funny because when I was a kid, I was like, man, these are so awesome. And then like when I got into my late teens, early adults, and I went and to rewatch them, like a lot of these movies suck, dude. Like they're not that great. Like I mean, I like the third one. The first one, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's like I like it's not a bad movie.
It's okay.
Yeah, but
it's one of those movies like some of the sequels are like better than like the earlier ones.
Oh
like,
yeah,
4 and 6 are great in my opinion.
Yeah. I love 3, and I love the remake. That's like that. Yeah. That's about it. Like,
even though the remakes doesn't feel like Jason.
No, but I think maybe that's why I like it. Like I mean, because I'm not a diehard Jason guy. I know a lot of people. I mean, the character is cool. I also kind of feel like the character kind of like overshadows everything else. As far as the movies go, because like. The movies, when you watch them, I don't know. It's just kind of like when
it's all the same. It's wash, rinse, repeat.
It's a big slash fest, and that's fine. Yep. But it's just again, it's not for me. Like I was definitely more into A Nightmare on Elm Street, than I was. Well, and obviously Halloween, but I was way more into those two franchises and at least the first two Hellraisers over the Friday the 13th movies.
I think with Halloween, like if you recommended someone the first Halloween, like one of these modern day kids and stuff, they would not mess with it. I bet you they'd find it boring as hell.
Absolutely. I mean, you think about we live in instant gratification culture.
Yeah.
You know what I heard like a week ago? Like. It was at work, and we're talking to one of her coworkers or whatever, and she was like, I don't like those movies where it has long, drawn-out, like, sentences and the dialogue's drawn out. I want it she might as well have just said, I want everything spoon-fed to me. Mm-hmm. Couldn't appreciate, the artistic integrity and building a character, making a character feel real and stuff like that. And it's just like that shit makes me roll my eyes so hard when I hear people say that shit. It's like, that's the problem with people like you, because you guys are so fucking ADHD. If you're not getting it right then and there, you lose interest.
That's how it is these days. That's what because they know people be on their phones these days.
Oh, yeah.
Not even paying attention, so they have to literally like spoon feed you the plot. To the movie, there's no more subtlety.
That is something that I put my fucking nose in the air too. I don't care. Call me a dickhead. But when I see people that are like that with movies, I think that's so ridiculous. Like, I mean, honestly, it's not their fault. It's because of how things are now with phones and YouTube and stuff like that. Because they deliver everything in a package that is essentially made for people that have a low attention span, and let's put it like, I'm surprised people can sit around. Like I was trying to show them a scene from No Country for Old Men, the scene where,
gas station.
Yeah, the gas station scene. They were just like, oh, this is so drawn out and boring. Like, you're a fucking
Yeah.
Imbecile, dude. Like, how could you say that? Like, it's such a great scene.
I know, yeah.
You know, like... And,
that's why, like, I always put No Country over Fargo, because I don't think Fargo has as many highs as No Country.
I would agree with you 100% on that, because, I mean, I like Fargo. Yeah. I think it's a good movie. I like watching it from time to time, but yeah, I agree with you. I think No Country for Old Men is way better.
Yeah, like those quiet moments in the movie, like
they count.
Whenever he's at he's at the motel.
Yes, yeah.
The second one time he's at a motel.
The tension building.
Yeah, like whenever you see him from underneath the door.
Yes.
Anton, you can see him walk up to the door and then walk past and then shut off the lights.
Yeah.
And Josh Brolin's just there holding the shotgun, like.
Such a great fucking movie, dude. Like, and yeah, and unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna really, get those type of movies anymore. Not at least not frequently, because it's like, they're catering to, the audience that we have now, and it's like, well, great, now everything's gonna fucking suck. Like everything's not going to be good, because it's like, if they're not getting, if you constantly have to focus on keeping somebody's attention the entire time and fighting with their phones, which you're going to inevitably lose.
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Even guys look at Paul Thomas Anderson, it feels I wish Raph was here, because I think he's the only one of us that has seen the one battle after the other.
Oh yeah,
and it's based on what I've seen in that movie. It seems like there's no like subtlety.
No, not at all. And that's the thing. Like,
look at There Will Be Blood from almost 20 years ago,
dude. Yeah,
like
big difference.
The quiet moments in those scenes. Like, I think Daniel Plainview is one of my favorite movie characters of all time.
Oh, I agree. That's definitely one of my favorite Daniel Day-Lewis roles. Like,
yeah, like
easily.
Like that scene whenever he's with his, quote unquote brother.
Yeah.
And he just explains how he is. You know what I'm saying? Like the type of person he is.
Yeah.
I don't like most people. Sometimes I look at people and I see nothing worth liking. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, that was such a great scene. Like,
it is.
I've never seen a scene in a movie like that where someone just straight up about who they are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I that's such a great movie. Yeah, because, like, it's hard, man, because, like, and I've seen it with other directors, too, that have done great things over the last 5 or 6 years. In the past, and then you see some of their movies now, and it's like, I don't even recognize this. Like, like it's hard to believe this is the same filmmaker, like, because it's like you watch all these other great movies, like Ridley Scott started getting that way to a degree.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like you go back and you look at the trajectory of films that Ridley Scott's done, although a lot of people shit on this one, and I disagree with it, because I think when the movie came out, and I think this movie would be perfect if it came out now, but that movie, The Counselor, with Javier Bardem and Michael Fassbender, Penelope Cruz and Cameron Diaz, that's a great movie. That I think if I was to be asked, okay, what was the last really good Ridley Scott film that you enjoyed, it would probably be that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. These days, to know if a movie's really good, it's just word of mouth.
Yeah.
But even that's kind of tough with guys like us, because our freaking
we have high standards, man.
We
have very high standards
based off of like normies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I heard the most recent Scream movie was shit. But
that's what I heard too.
The general audience it's the highest grossing Scream movie.
That's
in the franchise. Now
blows my mind, dude. Like, I think it. Again, I think it kind of boils down to this whole instant gratification culture. And, like, where everybody, not only they have to have, like, the answer spoon-fed to them, but there always has to be something exciting going on. They don't let the stories breathe. They don't let the characters breathe. And it's like everything seems clunky the way they put everything together now.
Yeah.
You know?
There's no more, like, you having to figure it out for yourself. Or
Yeah.
like draw theories. There's no more ambiguity in
No,
movies
and I hate
anymore.
that. I hate that, dude,
Yeah.
because I love ambiguity. Like, I think that is a big part of the reason that makes a film fun. Like, I enjoy having the open to my own interpretation kind of feeling, because it's like, okay, cool, I get to decide what the conclusion is. You know, I get to decide what that scene means to me. Mm-hmm. It's like Sicario. Remember that scene when
God, I have to see Sicario.
I've
heard
haven't seen it?
I've heard good things about it, though.
Great movie.
Denis Villeneuve did that, right?
Yep.
Benicio del Toro.
Yep, and Josh Brolin.
Yeah.
Great movie. But there's a scene in there, it's an interrogation scene. And I remember looking it up because I was like, is he about to, like, rape him? Because, I'm not going to go in too much detail, but I went and I did, like, a Google search on it, and a lot of people think that it's leaning in that direction, because they said that, like, when you're fighting the cartel and the things that the cartel does to their enemies and stuff like that, said that he was kind of combating them in the same way that they combat others, basically, and they do some sick shit.
And Sicario is more of a recent movie. Well, it came out like, 10, 11 years ago now?
Yeah.
Well, at least, there's still some hope out there.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I mean, Prisoners was fantastic, too. Like, and it's just like, I don't want those types of movies to die, because those types of movies are so good. Like, ambiguousness of movies. Like, I don't want to die, because I enjoy that. Like, like just going back and watching a lot of movies that have that in it. Like, even if you watch like a William Friedkin film, like, it's like, this is great, because I don't always need the answers to every question,
Yeah.
I know, but I think you're right, though.
Yes, like with the ending of The French Connection.
Yeah.
With them never catching the guy. But then they made a damn sequel that actually had him catch him.
Yeah.
That kind of sucks, dude, in my opinion. I think that's one of the things that made that movie, the first movie, great.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, that's the thing that I noticed with William Friedkin. He always has that kind of common ending in a lot of his films, where it's kind of open to your interpretation. Like, what do you think happened?
Yeah.
Like Sorcerer. You watch the end of that, and you're like, fuck, is Roy Scheider going to die? Is he going to survive? What's going to happen? And you don't really know. And I've noticed that, like, I even think he did that with one of his last films, Killer Joe, with Matthew McConaughey in it. Like, it had a very similar ending to that.
Friedkin was one of those filmmakers that just didn't give a damn. Like,
no, he didn't.
Have you seen him in interviews? Like,
oh yeah. I've watched many awesome. With him. I love his energy, where he's like, "Fuck this! I'm gonna do it the way I see it, and the way I want to see it." Like, and
did you hear about that story? Whenever they were filming The Exorcist, after the Father Karras jumps out of the window.
Yeah.
And then he has that bit where, like, the other father comes up and does the last rites.
Yeah.
So, like, the guy playing the other father, he was, like, having a hard time doing the scene, getting all crying for Karras and stuff. So, before they shot the scene, Friedkin just slapped him across the face and then, okay, start shooting. And then he was able to do the scene.
I've heard that, because I think he's done similar things on his other films, too. Like, yeah, and which is funny. The guy that plays Father Karras? That's Jason Patric's dad.
Really?
Yeah.
Jason Miller?
No. Jason Patric, the one that played.
No, I'm saying, isn't that the guy? Yeah.
Jason Miller. Oh, that's right. That's his name. Okay. Yeah, he's that's Jason Patric's dad, and that's crazy. I would have never known that. I didn't know that until like 5 or 6 years ago. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like, it's always like, it's crazy to me, because, like, you're never going to get directors like that again.
No.
Like, and I don't think people understand unless they've experienced it for themselves, because, like, even with the films that I've done with We Massacre and stuff like that, they are very mentally taxing on you, because like when I've had to do some uncomfortable things, for characters and shit like that, and it's for the sake of art. And a lot of people don't understand that. They just kind of look at it. It's like, why would you do that? That's crazy. And yeah, it is crazy. Yeah. But you're a little nuts if you're an artist, though, honestly. That's the truth. And especially, exactly.
All the takes he made,
Shelley Duvall do,
and stuff.
That's what I mean. And I mean, like, you have to commit yourself to that. Like, I remember when we did Creekers, like, we shot it in 2016, we released it in 2017, and I remember telling my cousin, MC now, our director and the writer, I remember telling him, I was like, I don't ever want to play Ringo again after this, like, ever. Yeah. That's just how mentally taxing that film is.
Oh yeah, I know. Like, you heard of Raymond Cruz? Whenever he was playing Tuco in Breaking Bad.
Oh, yeah.
He was supposed to be, like, in that show a lot longer.
But he couldn't take it because
No, he couldn't. He had to, like, to play Tuco, man. You've seen Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember how crazy he was.
He was fucking
show.
Nuts. Yeah, I can see why.
Yeah. Like, he was probably, like, around your age when he did that. Like,
that's crazy.
Imagine having to keeping that energy for.
Yeah. I think he was like in his early 40s when he did that.
I think he was in total like only 4 episodes.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, like,
man, his presence was known though.
Yeah, he was supposed to be like the main villain throughout all of season 2.
Yeah,
but then they killed him. He couldn't do it, and they just killed him off.
I don't blame him.
Episode.
Lance Henriksen said something similar after Millennium ended, and there was only 3 seasons. But he said it took him a year to like get out of the Frank Black character headspace, because he said that because Frank Black dealt with such dark stuff. Like, because he was an FBI agent, but he became like a profiler and a what do they call it, an advisor for the, like, every time there was a case going on, he would get hired from a Millennium group to go and solve these cases around the country.
Yeah,
and a lot of them dealt with some really, really dark shit. And he said that role took a real mental toll on him. Mm-hmm. So it's, I get it. I've experienced it myself. Like,
yeah, hell, if Heath Ledger probably would have went through the same thing if he lived longer.
Oh yeah,
after playing the Joker.
Yeah, for sure. I can only imagine how mentally taxing that is to play a role like that.
Yeah.
I mean, because roles like that, I mean, you have to go into a really dark space. Like you basically have to kind of do everything the opposite of what you would do as a person. Like it's crazy. Like, not something that I ever care to revisit again. That's for sure.
Another guy that probably went to a really dark place to play a role was probably Anthony Hopkins.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Played, Hannibal, and he did that shit 3 times. So.
Yeah, I mean, well, imagine like him. Imagine like Gary Oldman too.
Yeah.
Like Gary, even Daniel Day-Lewis. Like Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Like him playing Patrick Bateman. Could you imagine? Like, and the Machinist too.
Oh yeah.
Like
that was straight up physically taxing. Too,
oh,
he weighed
dude.
Like not much.
No, I think they said he was like 90 pounds or something like that. Yeah. Like,
and then he did the opposite in a later movie when he played that politician.
Oh yeah, Dick Cheney. Yeah. Vice. Yeah, like that was.
Didn't he get a win the Oscar for that? Or maybe I'm getting confused with.
I think he got nominated.
I think I'm getting confused with Gary Oldman, because I know Gary Oldman won an Oscar for playing another politician. Where
it was Eisenhower, wasn't it?
Maybe
it might. No, maybe not Eisenhower. Fuck, I forgot. But I know what movie you're talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's tough, dude. Because like when you're playing, roles like that, and you basically kind of, your personality essentially has to vanish.
Yeah.
But it's crazy though, dude, because like when you think about these movies and the things that a lot of these actors go through, because like you think about it, they talk about how the CIA gives them a lot of information and stuff like that, mm-hmm. and then they get like they're like advisors on some of these movies and stuff like that. You're like, dude, you got a fucking crazy job, like, I know, like, and I mean, imagine if you're playing a role like that, because I think I heard something about was that show Homeland with Claire Danes and Damian Lewis. Uh-huh. And it's all very military and CIA based, but they said they had like CIA advisors all over that show. It was a show that was on Showtime. Uh-huh. I haven't watched it though, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. But they said that was pretty mentally taxing on the actors too. So
I'm sure. Imagine the X-Files also.
Oh, dude, the X-Files. I think I told you like last year I watched the first season and I started the second. Mm-hmm. I couldn't believe some of the stuff that they were talking about in that show. Like, what?
Yeah,
this is nuts.
I didn't realize how dark it was myself. I thought it was just conspiracy type of shit. Maybe every now and then sci-fi shit. But then like I heard there's this really fucked up episode where involving inbreds and shit.
I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, because I haven't gotten to that one yet, but I've heard other people talk about that's like one of the sickest episodes.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I always thought that was so ridiculous that they said that they got rid of Millennium because it was too dark for television. And I'm like, and the X-Files wasn't? Yeah. Like that.
Well, they take a chance on it because the X-Files was probably pulling in a lot of people.
Oh, they were, but Millennium's ratings were really good too. Yeah, that's the thing that was strange. Yeah. Like, I think this is what I think. I think it was like, we don't want two dark television shows going on back to back.
Yeah.
Because I think Millennium would come on after the new episode of the X-Files would air. Mm-hmm. And it's like, man, that's like double dosage of just darkness.
Were these all on HBO?
No, Foxx.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, I know the movie was on HBO, but not the TV series. The TV series was always with Foxx, but
that was always that primetime television,
Yeah.
That was before my time, so I never really understood how it worked.
I mean, it did work differently.
So you paid extra to get those channels?
Yes, you would pay like some kind of premium. So it's like, say for example, if you got basic cable, it was a regular like kind of package deal. But if you wanted to add like HBO or Cinemax or Showtime or something like that, you'd have to pay extra to get those channels.
Okay, because I remember like when I first saw some episodes of Tales from the Crypt, and I was like, damn, they show this shit on TV?
Yeah.
I couldn't believe all the tits and language they used in the show. I could not believe that.
Yeah, because I remember even after it ended, they would play reruns on the WB back in the day on I think early mid 2000s, and it was cool, but it was also like, fuck man, they're taking out all the good parts because it's all edited and stuff like that. But I remember that they would play the reruns, and I remember there was one episode in particular that I never forgot, and I guess I missed this episode, but it's about this guy that's a caretaker and kind of like, I guess, a dangerous neighborhood or something like that. And it's basically, I guess, from his perspective, talking about what happened with one of the younger kids in the neighborhood or something like that. Crazy fucking episode.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that show was very could be very silly too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that aspect of it too.
Yeah, it made it unique.
Yeah, it did. Like, what was the one episode me, you, and Raph watched? The one with Christopher Reeve. Oh, Cutting Cards was great too. That's my favorite episode.
What's Cooking?
Yes. God, that was such a hilarious episode.
Yeah, I think it's the highest rated episode too.
That's what I heard. Yeah, Judd Nelson and Christopher Reeve.
Beth Armstrong.
Yeah, and Meatloaf.
Meatloaf, yeah.
Like, what?
It's literally pretty much turned into a meatloaf. chop out pieces of him.
He's the reason why their restaurant got jump started and got really successful.
Yeah.
I that was a great fucking show, man.
Yep.
You know, like I wish that I guess there's a rights issue going on with that too.
The only way you can watch it is like pirated it. I think like some of the episodes.
Or if you buy the
DVD.
the DVDs, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to get like a Blu-ray release of that, of all the episodes, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, unfortunately.
We'll see. But also Tales of the Dark Side was solid. I saw an episode or two of that, and that show has one of the creepiest intros I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, for
Just
sure.
The music, you know.
Yeah.
Like Jesus.
I remember I've only watched a few episodes of the show. I watched the movie way more than I did the show.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
The movie's nuts too.
The movie's kind of like a spiritual sequel to Creepshow.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, because especially the one episode that kind of makes me that always stood out though was the one with James Remar in it.
Yeah, the section. Yeah, the
one
with her and him and
Ray Don Chong.
Yeah.
What a crazy episode too.
It was. It's not an episode. It's just another.
Well, not
segment.
an episode. It was a segment. Yeah,
yeah,
that's what I meant to say.
And then there was another one with Christian Slater and Steve Buscemi. That was the first.
Oh
one.
yeah, the mummy one, right?
Yeah, had a really young Julianne Moore in it.
Yes.
Too.
Dude, that one was pretty nuts. All of them were. My favorite one was the cat episode.
Yeah, the one. Yeah.
Oh, the cat segment. Yeah, that one was great.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, which is based off of a Stephen King short story.
Yep. So was the first one, the one with the Christian Slater one. Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I knew one of them. I knew one of them was. I didn't know two segments were. That's cool though.
Oh yeah. And then that I remember the ending of the one with the cat where he crawls down the dude's
in his throat.
Yeah. My God. And then at the end he gives the guy from that one old guy from
William Hickey. I think.
He gives him a heart attack at the end. I think like because in the story like his he was like he ran a pharmaceutical company.
Yes,
and like their company was involved in the deaths of a lot of cats.
Oh yeah,
that was why the cat was after him.
It was kind of a similar premise to Tales from the Crypt with the people getting their up and comings. Like I think the only one that wasn't like that out of all the segments was the one with James Remar.
Yeah.
That one was kind of more
a
tragic.
Love story. Yeah, a tragic love story. Yeah, with that gargoyle.
Because he had to open his fucking mouth. If he just would have shut up, none of that would have ever happened.
Yeah, I know. Back to the TV show, though. I remember one episode that freaked me out of the TV show was the one that Tom Savini directed. In the closet.
Oh no, I didn't see that one.
Oh damn!
You're gonna have to show me some of this. Yes. Yeah, like
you've probably seen like the creature that's in the episode. It's this little creature. It's like white and got red eyes.
Oh really?
Yeah, and spiky teeth. It had the episode had the guy from the Creepshow, the movie. He was there with Hal Holbrook.
Oh yeah, I know.
He had a German Werner, I think his name is.
Yes, Werner, which is funny because he's worked with Hal Holbrook a bunch too.
Yeah,
because like I was looking him up and I saw I think like 2 or 3 other movies that he's done with Hal Holbrook. But that's cool. Like I gotta see that.
Yeah,
I gotta. Where are you usually watching it? You watch
it's on YouTube.
Oh, it's on YouTube?
Yeah, the full episode, yeah.
Because I remember, I think it was on Tubi for a little while, too.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Which is funny because my mom introduced Waylon to Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Ooh, that's a good starting point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, with all the stuff you've shown him,
it doesn't really matter.
It's probably not going to bother him as much. You know what?
He likes it though.
Yeah, I'm about to say. You know what I found? what I always found the scariest things in movies and TV shows, it's like the unexpected stuff.
Yeah.
Like when you're watching like a regular a regular kids program or something, and all of a sudden some scary shit happens.
Yeah.
That's that's what used to get me the worst. Like you ever you ever seen Ernest Scared Stupid?
Yes. Yeah. I actually just watched
troll?
it. Yeah.
Remember that jump scare? Like, geez, like the movie's like pretty like kid friendly up until that point.
They always have to do that at least once. Let's put something in there that's gonna scare the fucking shit out of the kids.
Yeah, and then another one was in Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Large Marge.
Yeah, in the truck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Like, the one that always fucking scared me as a kid, it was Flowers in the Attic, and damn it, the other one, it had Lucas Haas in it when he was a kid, and it's a dark movie. This is supposed to be a kid's movie.
Yeah,
and it always kind of stood out to me when I was a kid because I remember I watched it a couple of times. I was like 5, maybe 6 years old. It was basically about this this man that murders a little girl.
Yeah.
And Lucas Haas, I guess, has some kind of like supernatural ability. Please, anybody that's watching the show, if they know the name of it, you know, like, it's a dark movie. It's something you should definitely check out. It's crazy.
Yeah. Also, so is another pretty dark kids movie was Something Wicked This Way Comes.
Yeah, I always heard about that one. I've never seen it, but I always heard about it.
Jonathan Pryce is in it.
Oh yeah.
It was based off that book by Ray Bradbury.
Yeah.
Another one that freaked me out. Oh, freaking Return to Oz.
Oh, I never saw that. The one with Fariza Bulk in it? Yeah.
You guys should watch that with your son, man. That's all I'm going to say. You got to watch that with your son. It'll be surprising. Like, I don't know if you necessarily have to watch the first Oz, the original Wizard of the Oz.
I think he's already seen the original. All right, then,
so he should be good to watch the second one.
Yeah, I like...
That movie's one of the, like, the most, like, has some of, like, the creepiest shit in it.
Really? Okay.
Yes, in that movie.
All right, I'll definitely put that on the list then.
Yeah, because I heard it's more faithful to the books than the original movie was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
I heard that too. God, that's going to be another one to add to the list. That's what's so fucking crazy about movies. If you think about the last 3 or 4 decades, and you think about the things that you thought, especially if you're somebody that's seen so many fucking movies, Tubi really kind of opened my eyes to like, whoa. How did I not hear about this? How come I didn't know anything about this? Yeah. You know, and this came out in the 90s, which the 90s was like my decade for movies, you know, and I always thought to myself, like, how did I miss out on these? You know, like, because some of them just fall under the radar and some of them have a big fucking cast in it.
Oh, yeah.
Even the early to mid 2000s as well.
Oh, yeah. Something I realized, like, to me, like, some of the movies you mentioned that I'd never heard of, to me, they sound like hidden gems, but to, like, around when they were first coming out, they were probably pretty big.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
they just lost steam over the years.
Yeah, like Fatal Attraction. It's not a very highly rated movie, I think.
Yeah.
But, like, my dad told me when that movie came out, it was big.
Oh, yeah, it was. It was, because I remember hearing about it when I was a kid. Even without the internet and stuff like that, just from other adults around me and stuff like that, talking about how crazy fucking Fatal Attraction was.
Yeah. Like, my dad told me about... Well, The Exorcist still is pretty big till this day.
Oh, yeah.
He told me when that shit came out, man, that was nothing like no one had ever seen anything like that.
Yeah, because I remember my mom told me that she went to the theater when that one came out.
Yeah.
She said it was one of the scariest movies she's ever seen.
Yeah.
You know, and like a lot of people were like, holy fuck, how are they getting away with this?
Yeah.
You know, like, this is insane. But that speaks to the balls of fucking William Friedkin, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and then there is, because my mom will tell me stories, which is cool to listen to, and my mom will tell me about some of the movies that came out in the 70s and the early 80s and going to the theater to watch them. And I was like, man, if I was just a fly on the wall to see what that was like back then, like
I wish I could go back.
night.
Yeah, I could go back and watch like those for the first time. Like something that's always like interests me. Like, what was the quality of movies? Not in terms of like how good they are, but how good did they look? Like, because I remember seeing like when I would watch like some Siskel and Ebert reviews, they would always play clips from the movies.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Holy shit, was it that bad of a quality whenever they put
Yeah.
it on?
Yeah.
To the theaters, like Jesus.
Yeah, because I remember, from what I remember going to movies even in the 90s, I don't remember like the quality being bad, at least not to my, but I guess in a way you kind of have an untrained eye because of how much technology's advanced over the years. So it's like, I remember it didn't ruin my experience, that's for sure. Like,
well, it was for some of them, it was like almost points like, can you even, it's almost hard to, you don't need to see all the details, but still it's pretty tough to look.
Yeah. Because I mean, you're in the moment, like, so it's kind of hard to really pay attention to those things when you're in the moment, because back then that was the magic about watching movies then, is you were there, you were not distracted by anything. Your all of your focus and attention was what was going on in that movie. It makes me think about which is funny because I had the opportunity to see The Last of the Mohicans when I was a kid. But I was a massive Harrison Ford fan when I was a kid. Like, and Patriot Games had came out that same year. And I'm like, I don't regret it. Don't get me wrong. I loved Last of the Mohicans, but I do not regret going and seeing Patriot Games in the theater. That was a great fucking movie. Which, speaking of, I finally watched The Last of the Mohicans for the first time last night. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really, really liked it. But it was like I was telling you before, it does not feel like a movie. Like,
I saw a little bit of the preview on it, and I would not guess it was Micheal Mann.
I'm glad I'm not alone on
Micheal Mann
that.
seems like just a guy that likes to do like crime
That's
dramas.
what I'm saying. Like, and also he has a very unique visual style that is him.
Yeah.
And that movie, it was like, apparently Micheal Mann even helped co-write that.
Yeah, he
film.
does that a lot.
Yeah,
he writes a lot of his movies. He wrote Manhunter, even though he was adapting it. But,
yeah, for sure. I mean, and like that was the thing that kind of.
And Heat, he wrote Heat.
Yep. And I there was another one, because I know he did a few biopics.
He did Ali.
Too. Yeah, I did Ali. Did Public Enemies, obviously.
Yeah.
Collateral. I think he did help. I think he co-wrote Collateral.
Yeah, that's the one with Tom Cruise, right?
Yep, I love that movie.
I have to see that one.
That's a great one.
I feel like
that's a really good
Tom
movie.
Cruise can play he seems like he can probably play a good villain.
He was excellent. If I was to go and list my top 5 favorite Tom Cruise roles, that would definitely be in there. Because like, you're not used to seeing him play a villain at all.
I mean, I've seen him play a dick in Rain Man.
Yeah.
Haven't seen him play a villain.
No. Usually, if you can play a dick, you'd probably be pretty good at playing a villain.
Yeah, he's probably like as good as like Kevin Bacon.
Yeah. His performance is very cold, if that makes any sense. Like which is weird though, but he's also very lively in other scenes too. Like just the dialogue exchange between him and Jamie Foxx, but which is still my favorite like Jamie Foxx role, because I think Jamie Foxx's strength is playing kind of like normal characters.
Yeah.
And he was really good in that movie, but Jamie Foxx for me is very, very hit or miss, like with his performances. It's like we were talking about before with Law Abiding Citizen. It's like Gerard Butler carried that movie as far as I'm concerned.
That's great. I haven't seen too much of Jamie Foxx's stuff. I've only seen him in Django Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, and he was good in those. It's like, to me, like, when you start trying to turn like Jamie Foxx into like Denzel Washington, you kind of lose me a little bit. You know,
he doesn't have that much like gravitas.
No, he doesn't.
Denzel.
His like, when he plays these kind of like badass characters, they seem very wooden, I guess you could say would be the word. Like, just not. It just feels like, you know, when you're a kid and you're pretending like you're a character from a movie, and you got your other friend that's, you know, not as into it, but he's trying to be, and it's just not very believable, you know, and that's just kind of how I feel about Jamie Foxx.
Like, that's how, almost in Django Unchained, you know, like, I heard Tarantino would have to give him like a lot of direction for that role.
Oh yeah, I believe it. Which he pulled it off, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, but I think Jamie Foxx needs somebody like that if he's going to play a role like that. And I think Quentin Tarantino probably saw that in Jamie Foxx. He's like, he needs a director that's going to challenge him.
Yeah, like, you know? I think Will Smith was originally offered that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Turned it down.
Which I'm sure Will Smith deeply regrets that.
That would be the second time, because he turned down Neo.
Oh, yeah.
Matrix, yeah.
Yeah, because it was there. But you know who originally was in mind to play Neo before then?
Brandon Lee.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Like, and then I think their next offer was Will Smith, and I think Keanu Reeves was in the running, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he turned it down. I think Will Smith turned it down so he could do Wild Wild West.
Yes, yeah.
I guess he wanted to work with Sonnenfeld again.
From Men in Black.
Yep.
Yeah, which that was a fun movie, but man, not nearly as impactful as The Matrix was.
That really, for Keanu's career, that was
really
big for him.
Really, really, like, put his career in, like, you know, high gear.
But then, unfortunately, after that, the sequels kind of brought his career back down, and he didn't really do anything big again until John Wick. No.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, because, like, yeah, you're right, because now that I think about it, I can't really think of any. I mean, I know Constantine had a really huge cult following, but I don't know if I would have considered it a big like Matrix.
Not until the 2010 probably.
Yeah, for sure.
It was already John Wick. I think John Wick made a lot of people go look back on his career.
Oh yeah,
his older stuff.
I think so too. Which
I feel like he was always made fun of as an actor for the most part before the Matrix.
Yeah, and I think that's. I mean, I joke around and kind of, I don't know if I would say, like, not in a mean-spirited way when I would make fun of, like, some of his roles. It's just like sometimes the way he would...
Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah, Bram Stoker's. And I mean, I love Speed, but even, sometimes in Speed, there was moments where it kind of made me laugh, where he's like, LAPD, I'm a cop. You know, like, he just sounds very surfer. Very California, like
even in his acting these days, like people are just like, "Oh, that's just Keanu," you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they don't really like see him as a character these days.
I don't think
more like Keanu is the character.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, but I mean, it's hard to really like say anything bad about Keanu Reeves because it's not like he's done like a plethora of bad films.
No.
Like, you know,
he's just a caricature at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, and you know, and I happen to have loved a lot of his movies, especially in the 90s. Like, Point Break is still one of my all-time favorite movies from that decade.
Yeah. Like, him and Arnold are kind of in the same boat.
Very similar, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Like you know, it's just because they have natural charisma.
Yeah, like whenever you see them as a character, you don't see that character. You see Arnold.
For sure.
Like
same with
besides with the Terminator. I feel like the Terminator is the only role with Arnold did that was like that kind of like set him apart, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure. I mean, like, definitely.
Like when he plays John Kimball in Kindergarten Cop, it's like, oh, that's Arnold.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, Yeah, and I did, like, the one thing that I did respect about Keanu Reeves is he wanted to prove to people that he could do different things. There was a movie that I watched a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. It was on Tubi. I didn't even know about this movie. Again, like we were talking about earlier, it came out in the late 90s, and it was, get this cast, Thomas Jane, Adrian Brody, and Keanu Reeves.
Okay.
That's crazy, right? Yeah. And Keanu Reeves kind of played, like, it's supposed to take place, I think, in like the 50s or the 60s, and Keanu Reeves kind of plays this kind of drunk, kind of partying friend, but it's not something you're used to seeing Keanu Reeves play, and he actually pulled it off, like,
yeah.
And I noticed, like, when it got to, like, the late 90s, early 2000s, he was trying to challenge himself and do things that were kind of different outside of his wheelhouse, because he did
Devil's
Advocate, The Gift with Cate Blanchett that was directed by Sam Raimi. And Greg Kinnear's in it, too. It had a Giuliani Ribisi, Hilary Swank. It had a fucking big cast.
Yeah.
And he kind of plays like the hick in the town, like Katie Holmes is in it too, and you're like, wow, I am not used to seeing Keanu Reeves play something like that, play a character like that, and he did a pretty good job, honestly, like, but yeah, I mean, you're right though, it's like you can't not see Keanu Reeves.
Yep.
And he does have that exact same.
Kingsley.
Yeah, to Arnold. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, but yeah, like, I would talk more about Last of the Mohicans, but it's one of those movies I have to watch again, because I did watch most of it last night, but I was a little bit distracted last night, but, because there were some things that I didn't fully understand. And that was probably because I was getting messages from other people and shit like that, and it was distracting me. And I'm like, damn it! It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I would think nobody would be texting me right now.
Yeah.
But yeah. Overall, though, great movie.
All right. I'll have to check it out myself.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple that I think you've seen that I haven't seen. Was it Midnight Cowboy?
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, Midnight and the one with Dustin Hoffman, The Graduate.
Yeah. Those came out the same year. That's funny.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
67. Yep.
Yeah, I gotta. Oh, and I need to see the original Straw Dogs too. Yeah, I've heard so much.
I read the plot on that. It sounds very interesting.
Yeah,
it sounds like
Sam Peckinpah, right?
Yeah, it sounds like Dustin Hoffman Unhinged.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard that it's a way that you've never seen Dustin Hoffman before.
Yeah, it was like young when he was like in his 30s.
Yeah, because I've seen Marathon Man, and that was a great fucking movie, but it was Dustin Hoffman. You kind of, for the most part, you kind of know what you're getting yourself into.
Well, you haven't seen The Graduate, so I wouldn't say that.
No, but I'm talking about like when. No, I'm not talking about more so super early in his career. I mean, like Dustin Hoffman almost has that similar effect, although he is more versatile in comparison. Yeah, but
he was in the movie Tootsie, right?
Yeah. But you know how De Niro kind of, you just know it's De Niro, and it's kind of the typicality of like what De Niro does, and although but similar to Dustin Hoffman, De Niro had the potential. Although
with De Niro, like he was very good in his earlier career to
that's what I'm saying.
Different type of characters, but around the 90s when he just really started playing the same character.
Started resting on his laurels.
And he was with Scorsese most of the time.
Yeah.
Like Goodfellas and Casino and The Irishman. He plays very similar.
Yeah, and
even The Untouchables.
Yeah, although that was a fucking great movie, but yeah.
But, like, I know, like, he has the potential, though.
He really did. I mean, Max
like,
Cady alone should be proof of that.
And King of Comedy.
Yeah, I still haven't seen that.
To see that.
Yeah,
that might be his best performance. Like,
that's one on my list for sure. I want to see that.
He was also good in Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah, I heard about that one.
Like, in that movie, he plays an evil bastard, but, like, he's one of those, he's an evil guy, but, like, he kind of, like, he tricks you into thinking he's a good person. He's, like, very manipulative.
Oh,
like,
very deceitful.
Like, he manipulates the hell out of Leonardo DiCaprio in that movie.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I want to see. Yeah, Brandon Fraser's in it, too, isn't he?
Brandon Fraser, yep.
Wow. Yeah, like... he's back up on the rise, like, since, what was it, The Whale with Darren Aronofsky?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't gotten
doing
around.
Mummy 4.
Are you serious?
They are, yeah.
Oh, God.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I mean, well,
let's see.
Let's
they're getting a lot of the original cast back. They already confirmed Rachel Weisz.
Rachel Weisz is coming back?
And John Hannah.
Is Arnold Vosloo coming back?
Nah, I don't think so.
Oh, yeah, his character died in the second one, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, to be honest with you, because I saw the first two movies in the theater, and I guess it's different for everybody. I wasn't a huge fan of the Mummy movies to begin with. Like, to me...
I respect them. A lot of effort went into those
movies. Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, objectively speaking, looking at it from outside perspective,
They're fun adventure movies. It feels like they're almost trying to be Indiana Jones-esque.
That's what I always think. And honestly, every time I would watch one, it would just make me want to watch Indiana Jones.
Yeah, like Steven Sommers directed that.
Yeah,
and he also directed Van Helsing.
Oh,
and if you look at those three movies, that you can kind of see they're very almost similar.
Oh yeah, especially Van Helsing.
Yes,
I remember being so disappointed, and I never watched the movie because I was like, man, with a character like Van Helsing, like, to me,
I don't think it's a bad movie. I think it's still fun.
No.
Van Helsing.
Yeah, but I'm saying that, like, from all this Gothic lore and the Dracula lore, I was kind of expecting my ideal, like, Van Helsing movie is the feel of Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah, more serious,
dark, and just like, and
that movie can be very over the top.
That's what I mean.
Like, he tried to, like, put the tone of the Mummy movies with the Van Helsing.
That's what I mean. Like, if he wouldn't have used that tone, and if he would have taken a much darker Gothic kind of tone with the film,
some of the imagery, is still Gothic.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, but it's just overall, that mummy
it feels more
tone.
Adventurous than Gothic.
That's what I mean, and like. That was kind of like what I was hoping for, because I remember when I first heard about it, even before I saw a trailer, I can't remember if somebody told me. They're like, oh yeah, Hugh Jackman is playing Van Helsing. I'm like, oh, that, when you hear that and not hear anything else.
At the time, because of X-Men. So.
Yeah, of course. And I'm not even against the idea of Hugh Jackman playing Van Helsing. I like Hugh Jackman. It's just that I like the tonal, the tone of the film is what disappointed me.
Yeah. Kate Beckinsale was in there too.
Yeah. Well, and I also kind of
Underworld the time of that.
Yes.
So she was on the rise too.
Yeah, because I remember, I remember when I finally saw the trailer for it, and I'm like, oh, this is not something that I would be into watching, at all, because like it's not.
If you heard the score of the movie, it's good, but it almost doesn't fit.
Oh, really?
Like, Alan Silvestri did it.
Oh, Alan Silvestri did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he did. Also did Mummy Returns.
Oh, really?
Jerry Goldsmith did the first Mummy, but I think him and Steven Sommers had a falling out, so after that, it was just Alan Silvestri.
Yeah, because Alan Silvestri also, a lot of people don't know this, he did the music for the first Pirates of the Caribbean, and then Hans Zimmer replaced him.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like... I always loved Alan Silvestri, though. Like, he's great, dude.
He is. He's like in his mid-70s, I think.
I think so, yeah. The other composer, this one, I've seen movies that he's done the score for, and I always always recognize the score. Obviously, his most popular Trevor Jones.
Oh.
He did the score. Him and Randy Edelman did the score for The Last of the Mohicans.
Oh.
Which is strange because back then that wasn't very common when you had two composers doing the same movie.
True.
And because honestly, the only time that I saw that happen again was when the Dark Knight trilogy came out with Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. And the only other film that I could think of where it had more than one composer was The Rock. That one had 3 composers. It was fucking Hans Zimmer, Nick Glennie Smith, and what's Hans Zimmer's other protege? Harry Gregson Williams. And then what was the other one? Yeah, that's the only ones I can think of. But anyway, that score for Last of the Mohicans, I was jamming it on my way here.
Yeah.
Like, I've been listening to it all day. It's so fucking good.
Didn't you also say you watched Braveheart recently?
I did. I did.
It? I haven't seen that movie in years, but I remember enjoying it.
It's a good movie. It's really good.
Performance.
Oh, I did too. Like, it was kind of one of those movies I saw it once when it came out, but I never really watched it again. Mm-hmm. And I think at the time when it came out, I was kind of more into a certain type of genre of films. And it was kind of tough for me to get into movies that took place during that period, especially because it's in a way it's a period piece too.
Yeah.
And I used to have a tough time getting into those types of movies when I was a kid. I didn't start appreciating them more until my mid-late teens.
Yeah.
But I never got around to going back to revisiting Braveheart until literally just a few days ago.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit, this is a great movie.
Yeah. They can have our lives. They can take our lives, but they cannot take
our freedom. Yeah.
You know who he practiced his Scottish accent with?
Who?
Freaking Sean Connery.
Oh, no shit, really?
I met up with him for dinner, yeah. Yep.
That's awesome. Yeah. Which, what blew my mind, too, is I had no idea Brian Cox was in that. It shows it's been a long time since I've seen it.
Yeah.
And Brendan Gleeson, too. It was like, damn, Brendan Gleeson's been around even longer than I thought, dude. Because, I didn't really take notice to Brendan Gleeson until the early 2000s.
Yep.
Because,
there, yeah.
Because, 28 Days Later was the first thing I ever saw him in.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, I guess technically speaking, that's not true because I did see Braveheart, but I guess I didn't take notice to him until the early 2000s.
Did Mel Gibson direct The Patriot?
No, but it feels like a movie that he did. It was actually directed by Roland Emmerich.
I'm about to say, he probably had a lot of control over it, though.
I think so, because I think he was an executive producer.
Okay.
And a lot of people say The Patriot was basically Braveheart again.
Yep.
But, in the 1700s.
Yep. I heard Jason Isaacs plays a pretty good
He
villain.
does.
Yeah.
Which is funny, I have it lined up on my queue to watch, because I haven't watched The Patriot in a long time either.
Mm-hmm. I heard that's another very historically inaccurate movie, but still pretty good.
Oh yeah, for me it doesn't matter because Tombstone wasn't historically accurate.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, and I enjoyed it. That doesn't really make or break a movie for me.
Yeah.
At least not from those specific decades.
Yeah, I mean I'm not a historian, so it's whatever to me.
Yeah.
But what was I going to say? So you said you still haven't seen Apocalypto?
Yeah, that's the next one that I got to get on. I actually just got told earlier, too, because, one of my best friends I've known for almost, over 30 years, he swears by Apocalypto. It's, one of his favorite movies.
Oh, yeah. I think of the Mel Gibson movies I've seen, I think that's his best movie that he directed.
I got to watch it.
I haven't seen The Passion, nor...
I've seen The Passion.
Nor Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah, Hacksaw Ridge was good. Yeah. I actually watched that 4 years ago. That's a good movie.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson does quality movies.
Yeah.
I don't think there's ever anything that I could think of that Mel Gibson did that I mean, there's been a few that I haven't really been interested in seeing. You know, I don't really have any interest in seeing what women want.
Oh yeah.
You know, like, but
well, in terms of the movies he directed,
yeah.
I remember my dad told me when he first saw The Passion, he was like, "They overdid it."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's what he said. Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, it clearly
it feels like it focused more on the torture side of Christ than the message. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've heard people say that, but I've heard a mixture of people saying that, but I've also heard a mixture of people saying, like, no, we wanted people to see that, like, not only how great Christ was, but what he went through to, you know, save us all, basically, you know, die for our sins and stuff like that. So, dude, I guess it just depends on perspective.
Did you ever see the South Park episode they did?
I heard, yeah.
That episode's hilarious.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, so, like, Matt Stone and Trey Parker hate most actors. I mean, they've been on record for years saying
they even made fun of Christopher Reeve.
They made fun. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. They made fun of Christopher Reeve, and they also made fun of Tom Cruise, John Travolta. Sean Penn is a big one. Sean Penn was really pissed off.
Yeah, didn't Tom Cruise threaten to sue them if they didn't cut out that episode? The Scientology episode.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, because like I remember Sean Penn had a big issue with them too. Like they said the only person that they made fun of that was a real sport and that was actually pretty likable and was cool about it was Matt Damon.
Yeah,
you know, because they said that when they did Team America, the main character was based around Matt Damon. And like, but they said Matt Damon was a champ about it, and he actually thought the movie was funny.
Yeah,
you know.
Also, Isaac Hayes is plays one of the main characters on the show.
Yeah, chef.
And he did not like that Scientology episode.
Yeah, I remember hearing about, and they replaced him.
They killed off his character.
Yeah, but technically,
in one of the most brutal ways.
Yeah, that's what I hear. Yeah, like,
hello, children.
It seems like Matt Stone and Trey Parker, I don't know if it's a gimmick, but it seems very authentic that they do not give a shit about Hollywood at all. They don't care about their feelings, like, and they're fair about a lot. They don't just go and attack one side or the other. They attack all of them. It's a free for all, you know, with them. And you need that in entertainment. You know, like you need people like Sean Penn to get off his fucking high horse and knock him down a couple of times. Like, dude, chill out. Yeah. Knock it off with the humanitarian bullshit, dude. You know, like, it's pretentious. It's very pretentious because it's like
he's not even like, I know he just won an Oscar and shit recently, but he's not even relevant like that anymore.
No, I remember. I liked Sean Penn, you know, like growing up as a kid. My mom was a big fan of Sean Penn too, but he wasn't one of those actors where I was like, oh, Sean Penn's in this, I gotta see it. Yeah. You know, like he just happened to be in some really good movies that
I always found his brother more entertaining.
I've always liked Chris Penn more than Sean Penn too. Like, but I think Sean Penn's best movie is State of Grace. With Gary Oldman and Ed Harris. That's a fucking fantastic film.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in much. I've seen him in Carlito's Way.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, which I still have to finish that too.
And Fast Times
at Richmond. You know, I've never seen that.
No,
I've seen clips of it over the years, but I've never actually watched the movie in its entirety.
Typical early '80s.
That's what I heard.
Comedy and stuff.
Kind of feels
there's that one really famous scene with Phoebe Cates.
Yeah.
One of the most paused scenes in history.
I've heard about that scene for years. But yeah, like but no, overall, like I'm not like although his directorial debut is one of my favorite movies from the early to mid 2000s, The Pledge with Jack Nicholson. Fantastic movie. Great fucking movie. Jack Nicholson plays a retired detective that didn't get to solve a case on a murder of children, and he ends up retiring and moving away from where he originally lived, and basically like there's things that he starts seeing again about that case, and he still ends up trying to solve it.
It sounds like a sequel to Chinatown.
It could be, but because Chinatown was very similar. And,
he played a detective. Well, he was a
private detective. Yeah. I still got to see that because I've heard a lot of people say great things about Chinatown.
It was solid. It was kind of hard to follow. You know what I'm saying?
Really? Yeah. I know it's got similar a really fucked up ending.
Like, yeah. It's got it was kind of felt similar to Wall Street in that it was kind of hard to follow what was going on.
Yeah. Like, I have to be in a mood for a movie like that. Like, it's not that I don't like those type of movies, but I have to be like in the right frame of mind to sit down and give it my full undivided attention.
Yeah. Well, both of us got some stuff to catch up on, so
maybe we should just start giving each other lists.
Yeah. So shit, man. We'll catch up by the next episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of which, we are out of time.
All right.
See you guys next episode.
Later.
Ciao.